Hi, everyone. I'm going to talk about the political power of social paradigms, which is the idea that a majority group in a society gets to set the values and characteristics that are normal in that society. Historically, in America, this has been cisgender, heterosexual white men. So, one thing that we see in the media a lot, and that is a current controversial topic in politics, is the rejection of transgender rights. And conservatives largely push this narrative of that it is supposed to protect cisgender people and children from sexual offenses. Um, and the Pew Research Center has run studies on people's American support on these issues. And they ran a survey in 2022 on these issues, pre-Trump administration, and one in February 2025. Um, and while a slim majority, 56%, of about 5,000 Americans supported like job protections for transgender rights across several other domains, such as trans athletes competing in competitions that align with their gender identity as opposed to their sex assigned at birth, um, has has increased, um, and that is even after accounting for they weighted the surveys to make sure there was equality across demographics like gender, race, and party affiliation. So, an standard, accurate representation of what America looks like. And the shift of opposition to these issues has increased 8%. Um, so, that narrative that it is to protect from sex offenders does not translate into statistical data. So the UCLA Williams Institute of Law found that out of 1,000 sex offenders, 87% were white, 97% were cisgender heterosexual men, and only 0.7% were transgender. So less than 1%. So this narrative doesn't align with statistical data, and the possibility of sexual offenses because of trans people are infinitesimal. And if they were really trying to protect cisgender people and women, they would go after white cisgender heterosexual men. And that's not even mentioning that Trump himself is a convicted sex offender. According to Representative Jamie Raskin, he claims that Trump's name is mentioned over 1 million times in the unredacted Epstein files. And of those publicly available to the New York Times, he has been mentioned 38,000 times. So the goals and what actually happens doesn't line up. Another social construction is that ICE arrests are mainly criminals. Trump himself has said in various public appearances and posts on Truth Social that the majority of detainees are dangerous criminals. He uses that word dangerous, including murderers, rapists, and pedophiles. But according to journalist and Syracuse professor Austin Kocher, according to official ICE data published to the public from September 21st to January 7th, 92% of detainees had no criminal convictions, and 72% had no criminal history at all, leaving 20% who had pending criminal charges but have not been convicted. Conservative constituents and MAGA continue to believe that a majority of immigrants are criminals, as evidenced by rhetoric on Truth Social, Instagram, and Reddit, as well as support for Republicans who publicly engage in this rhetoric. So those who perpetuate this false narrative are, again, cisgender, heterosexual, white men, especially those in position of power. So both these examples show how powerful social construction is, even in the face of hard evidence. But that's not to say that there's no hope of change. Many of Trump's supporters, including those in positions of political power, have denounced him in light of the evidence. So this shows that the spread of factual information and the collection of this information are extremely powerful tools to combat these dangerous narratives.